Good afternoon, Peter. Thank you for coming to your first counseling session today. How are you feeling?
Sad and depressed.
I understand this can be a very challenging time for you. Remember, it's a good thing that you came in to seek help. This is your first step into feeling a bit better. It shows your dedication as a father. My name is Brittany. I am here to provide you with a safe, non-judgmental environment for us to discuss your concerns. I'm a trained professional who can offer strategies and suggestions to help you manage your situation better. Before we continue our conversation, I want to let you know about our privacy and confidentiality aspect for our sessions. Everything we discuss stays within this room. There is exceptions though to this rule. This is when there will be a situation where you are harm to yourself or others. I'm then obliged by the law to take action in such cases. Do you understand this rule and do you feel comfortable with this?
I understand. I'm comfortable with it.
Great. Another aspect I'd like to make sure I cover before we continue is the consent. This means that you have the right to be fully informed about the counseling process, methods, and any potential risks involved. You can always ask questions and you have the right to refuse or end the session at any time. Is this alright with you?
Alright with you.
Alright, great. So Peter, can you tell me more about what's been happening with your son?
With my son, well, first, it was my wife who left me a few weeks ago, and now my son is acting up. He has anger issues, that I've been receiving complaints, phone calls from schools, that he's been breaking the law, and I think it's actually not working right with my son of him getting into trouble in school. Yeah.
I see. You're dealing with some behavioral issues like fighting and stealing, and it's making you feel overwhelmed?
Yes.
Could you please elaborate a bit more on these incidents? Are there any specific triggers or patterns you have noticed in his behavior?
Well, ever since my wife and I have been having differences before, she left, and it has actually affected my son's behavior at home and in school, and it's actually not going well. Of him acting up in school, like I've said, he's been stealing and been bullying other kids, and I've been receiving numerous phone calls, and I'm afraid that things probably might not work out with me and my son.
I understand that this is very challenging, seeing your son expressing his anger in this sort of ways. I wonder if there have been any recent changes or stresses in his life that may be influencing this behavior?
Just quite a few changes since there's a communication breakdown because of what is actually happening between me and my son, and I don't know what is actually going on, but I've seen his behavior been changing before me and his mother got separated, and things have just been accumulating.
That sounds like a very significant change that could certainly be affecting him. It's common for children like this to act out in response to such situations. I want to assure you that there are ways we can navigate this together. To summarize, your son is experiencing a behavioral problem in school, including fighting and stealing. This seems to coincide with the difficult period of your divorce. It's causing you to feel distressed as you're unsure how to manage these behaviors. Would you say this is accurate?
Exactly.
Thank you, Peter, for being open and sharing these concerns. I know it can be very hard, especially sharing these troubled times with a stranger, especially a counselor, during the first time. Next, we can focus on discussing some strategies and resources that can be helpful to you and your son during this difficult time. We'll also explore any potential support systems that might be available to you. Remember, it's okay to seek help and you're not alone in this. Does this sound like a good thing for our next meeting?
Yes, it sounds good, and I really appreciate that.
That's great. Let's schedule our next appointment then. Remember to take care of yourself too, Peter. You're an important person in this equation. Thank you for your time today, and see you at our next session.
Thank you.